Hello everybody, hope you're keeping very well. Glorious weather again, isn't it? It is fabulous, absolutely loving this weather. Just feels great, doesn't it? You know, sunshine, warm weather, short sleeves, shorts. Just makes you feel great, doesn't it? You know, wake up in the morning, bright, glorious sun shining. It really does give us all a boost. I genuinely believe that, as opposed to the dull, miserable weather. So let's make the most of it. So what's been happening here at Specialist Cars and Harris Motor Company? Wow, busy again, and it's just been amazingly crazy here, buying and selling cars and the workshop, all very busy. At least the showroom's looking a little bit fuller than it was a few weeks back. I've managed to buy quite a bit of stock, but as fast as it's coming in, it is just going out just as quick. It really is. So the forecourt again is not full really. I'm probably down by about 8 to 10 cars. So the message again is I am still looking for high quality, nice cars, not any cars. As I keep saying, it's got to be nice cars, got to tick all the boxes for me. So if you know anybody out there, pass the message on. And again, I mentioned only literally 2-3 weeks ago about how crazy the values of cars have been going up, you know, which I've never ever known it to this extreme of cars going up in values. So it is still continuing, but not the same rate. So it has slowed down a little bit. So if you have got a car that you're thinking of selling, this might be the right time, because you won't get any more for it probably a few months down the road. So if you're thinking of selling, sell it now. If you're thinking of buying, get one bought now, because the prices are still creeping up, you know. So not saying all the cars are, but certainly the nice low mileage high spec cars are still very much in demand out there. People are still trying to find them, and they're very short out there. So what else has been happening? Well, I've got a brand new website. I'm really pleased with it. It went live yesterday. Absolutely delighted. I was a little bit worried because my current website, or my old website, people said they loved it, they liked all the bits about it, it was easy to maneuver around and so forth. So, but it was getting a little bit dated with technology really. It's probably 5 years old, probably a little bit longer. And over the time, a good friend of mine, Adam, who's built all my websites up to now, it's really is a bit of a task for him, because I'm a control freak. And I tell him what I want to see and what I wanted to do, and sometimes it's not possible. So we've hashed about for the last few years, adding bits on when I think they ought to be changed. I think, can we do that, can we do the other, can we do the other? So all these things slowed it down, and it wasn't sometimes, you know, as easy to manoeuvre around. So I'm delighted to say the new website is live and kicking, so much faster, and all the feedback I've literally had today has been absolutely incredible. So if you've not been on there yet, please, links below, click onto it, have a look around it, have a play with it, try to break it. Any feedback would be absolutely fantastic. So please have a play around it. I genuinely believe the new website has still maintained me as such, without it looking like a template normal website. So you still get the feel that it is me, Specialist Cars Stoke. But you tell me, you're the judges, but it'd be great to get some feedback, good, bad, indifferent. If you think there's anything wants tweaking, changing, whatever, any feedback would be great. So please have a play around it, and then let me know on that. So Harris Motor Company, what's been happening there? Again, very busy. Got a new technician on board, Martin, who really has jumped into it, and I thought I'd give him a bit of a easy start, but you know what, it's just been absolutely crazy there, servicing, repairs, so we're just very busy on that. So a lot of people, when they book the car in for services, just think it's a oil and a filter change. Well, I'm glad to say most of my customers do actually listen when we advise them to what is actually needed. So here's an example of a BMW that came in for a service, and we explained what the car needed. And the customer said, yeah, happy to go along with your suggestion, because that's what it needs. And this is the air filter out of it. Just look at it. Absolutely filthy, blocked. So these sort of things need to be changed on a regular basis. So we've got air filter, we've got pollen filters, we've got fuel filters. And some garages don't tend to do some of these things on the services because they're all about price. But if you want a car serviced properly, so it's going to last you longer, it's going to be more reliable, it's going to be more fuel efficient. So for example, that air filter, that'll change the performance of the car. So it won't be as lively, it'll use more fuel. So all these things actually go there. So again, like with a pollen filter, that's the air you're breathing in. So if that's blocked, the air conditioning won't work as good. So again, the system's not getting cool, it's not working properly. So all these things really do need to be changed on a regular basis. So we always check what is due on a service on the vehicle, and all we can do is recommend it to our customers. Not everybody will take our advice, but if you're investing whatever thousands of pounds in a car, surely you should be looking after that car so it looks after you. So don't cut cost on servicing and repairs, and don't be misled by some of these £99 services includes an MOT, because some of the oils on some of these cars will set you back £40–50 per car. So how can anybody possibly use the correct oil to service a car properly? So just bear that in mind. Yes, we all like to save money and looking for value for money, but just be careful where you get the car serviced and how well it's been looked after. The other thing is tyres. There's so many tyres out there, it's a minefield, it really is. I sometimes get confused, and there's so many different names, brands. We've all heard of the famous ones, the Pirellis, the Dunlops, the Michelins, the branded ones. Then there's some value ones, then there's some very cheap ones. I mean, some of the cheap ones, different names get mentioned to me time and time again. Half of them I haven't really heard of, to be honest with you. And the quality has got to be suspect when you look at some of the prices of them. So at the end of the day, the only thing that's keeping you on the road is that tyre, between the tyre and the road. So remember, if you're buying a cheap tyre, yes, it'll do a job, and a cheap tyre is probably better than a part-worn tyre. So whatever you do, do not buy a part-worn tyre, because you don't know what's happened to that part-worn tyre. So a cheap tyre might do a job for you, but it'll wear out quicker. The sound will be different, so it might be a noisier tyre possibly. The handling won't be as good. Of course, you're buying at a cheap price. So all these things. So when you are thinking of tyres, just think, what do you want that tyre to do on your vehicle, rather than just get you from A to B. But again, Phil, our tyre expert, will advise you of what's available, what's good, what's bad. But it's down to you at the end of the day how much you want to spend on a tyre, and if you want a cheap, a budget, a value, or premium. But again, we've got tyres in stock. If not, we're going for the same afternoon or the next day delivery. So whatever you want, be it a little runabout or a very high performance Ferrari or whatever, we can cater for all those tyre needs. So always pick the phone up, give us a shout. And talking of tyres, the other thing is dispose of the old tyres. Now that is getting a major problem throughout the industry. It really is. And no wonder the countryside's littered with tyres. The cost of disposal of tyres. You know, we have full documentation of what happens to all our old tyres. They get recycled, they go back to a proper recycling plant and not just dumped in the countryside. So again, when you're buying tyres, just think of that business. What are they doing with the old tyres? Are they disposing of them correctly? Are they going to landfill sites? Are they going to the countryside? Are they going in canals and lakes and whatever? We do the job right. Simple as that, really. So again, if you want any advice on tyres, give us a shout. Other thing people don't think about with tyres is the age of the tyres. Every tyre on the sidewall has got the age mark on it. So again, as time goes on with tyres, they get perished, they start cracking, the rubber goes actually much harder, so it won't handle as good on the roads. So all these things need to be taken into account. So if you've got a car out there, you want the tyres checking, or you want to just check the date, as shown on here, old tyres need to be taken off cars. Again, safety wise on that. So just going back to part one that I mentioned. Now that really is a big bear bug with me, because nobody knows where those tyres are coming off. So it could have been a car that's been involved in a crash, it's had side impact, but you don't know where that tyre, if that was impacted on the accident. So my advice is, do not buy a part worn tyre. It's not worth the risk. Plus obviously it's part worn, so you might pay 25, 30 quid for a part worn tyre, and you might only be 50, 60 pounds for that car, but you get a brand new one and you know where it's come from. So again, just bear that in mind. Again, always happy to help with any free advice. Please give us a call anytime. Happy to talk you through it on that. And to all those raving fans out there, to all your customers, thank you again for your business. It really is appreciated. I've got people travelling from all over the country picking cars up simply because they know the quality. So again, it's not about price, it's about quality and price. So it's the right car for the right price, and it's not just a cheap car. So there's a lot of cheap cars out there, no doubt. They're cheaper than some of mine, guaranteed. But I'm all about quality. You know, I try to give you the best cars for the money. It's as simple as that, really. So thank you to all those guys and girls all over the country. Thank you for your business. It really is appreciated. And if you bought a car off me or had any dealings with me, please pop over to Google and just leave your review. An honest review would be absolutely awesome. You know, you are my raving fans. So those reviews help absolutely massively to other people who've never dealt with me. They don't know who I am. They don't know if you can trust another dealer online. There's so many bad dealers out there, and builders and plumbers and merchants in every industry. But your positive review and your honest review about dealing with me helps me and my business to grow and continue. So if you get a chance, if you haven't had a chance already to do so, it'd be absolutely massively appreciated. So again, the links below on that one, or just Google Specialist Cars Stoke or Harris Motor Company, and leave feedback please for other people who might be trying to find a dealership to trust, a garage to trust for the workshop, and so forth. Again, here to help, so please, any help that you need from me, any advice, free advice anytime, and soon we'll be starting to open up and invite you in for a coffee and a chat like the old days as things are happening. So just before I go, we wish I wasn't going to mention football. I'm not a big football fan. Don't understand the game really, but hey-o. So let's wish England the best of luck. You know, we've got to come back with that trophy, haven't we? Really, we've got to have a great game there. So to all the England team, go out there. Let's win the team, and let's all stay positive. See you all soon. Thanks again. Please share the name. Stay safe.